Hey there, fifth graders. Today we are reading chapters 5 and 6 in Fuzzy Mud. A couple of observations I would like to make with you guys before you dive into your reading. Make some observations. I'm wondering, in Learning Ally, are you able to see this on your page? Notice chapter 1. Notice there is one dot. Chapter 2. So on and so forth. So pay attention to those details. Authors use what we call their craft to engage us into the story in a variety of ways. Well, chapters 5 and 6 take a pretty exciting twist today. So when you guys read, we want to pay attention to what is happening and what is the timeline here. Notice on chapter 5, it says Tuesday, November 2nd, 3:18 p.m. Chapter 1 was November 2nd, 11:55 a.m. It is still the same day after school. So we know that Tamaya and Marshall are headed to a shortcut. We're going to see what happens. So you guys are going to read 5 and 6. Notice chapter 6 is similar to another chapter we read where it is transcripts from an inquiry from the senators. They're all labeled here. So you guys really want to pay attention to who is saying what. It is full of really important details as well as vocabulary words. All right, that's how we know you're reading. Oh, wait. Speaking of reading, Miss Lehman and I can go on to Learning Ally and see how much time you're spending reading. So when we read your answers or look at the quiz you took yesterday, we know if you're putting time into this by how much time you spend on it. Now, I realize some of you might actually have this book at home, all right? Reading a real book instead of listening to it or seeing it on the screen is very important, and I wish we had copies of this for all of you. But Learning Ally serves a great purpose while we're doing distance learning. If you happen to have one of these at home, it would probably be a good idea to let your teacher know. So if we see you aren't logged into Learning Ally, that will explain whether or not you're answering the questions the best of your ability. So be sure to communicate that. Thank you. All right, let's look at our questions today to help guide what we're listening to or reading in Fuzzy Mud. All right, number 1. Do you think Tamaya and Marshall are friends? Why or why not? Describe Fuzzy Mud. Use details from the story so your description paints a picture. This author uses descriptive technique where I could draw a picture because he describes Fuzzy Mud so well through the character of Tamaya. So when you get to that part, think, could I draw a picture of it based on this author's description? And then how could I write it so somebody else could draw a picture of Fuzzy Mud? That's what we want to see here is and read here. Can your description paint a picture? All right. How will Marshall feel about Chad being in the woods? Why? Don't want to get into that one too much because you guys have to read. All right. Describe an ergie. How many are in a gallon of Bioline? Number 5, the first gallon of Bioline cost $19 million. The second gallon costs only 19 cents. Why do you think the cost is so different? Great focus for your reading today. And I really hope you enjoy this. It gets exciting. So for this, of course, you're going to go up here and you're going to submit assignment. So you're going to press that. The text box opens. You're going to type your answer again. Number 1, and you can do a period or you could do a parentheses like we did the other day. Now, again, we know you watch this video and are following directions because you answer in this format. So number 1, you're going to answer the question. Do you think Tamaya and Marshall are friends? Why or why not? You will type, I think Tamaya and Marshall are they friends or are not they friends? You're going to write that, are friends because. And then I am going to provide detail from the text. Sounds a lot like citing evidence, doesn't it? We can cite evidence from fiction anytime because in chapter 5, the author stated, we could use some academic language here if we would like. Be specific. Why do you think they're friends, or why do you think they're not friends? Your evidence needs to come from the text. It needs to make sense. Because I think they're friends because Marshall said to Tamaya, wow, I really like your backpack. Or am I making that up? You have to read to find out. All right. Again, a nice complete sentence here. So I'm going to say because the text states, all right? And then I have my answer and I put my period. We can't forget that. And I go down to the next line. Number 2, make sure you number your answers. Describe fuzzy mud. Here we go. I'm going to paint a picture. I'm going to say fuzzy mud is. Again, I'm going to reference the text. One of my students showed me a great point. You can take this over here and we can make this smaller so then you can pull up your Learning Ally right here and have it next to you. Wait, to reference the text? So cool. Wait, I can put my details right here? Oh, that's a great idea. See, that's why when you guys show up to class, it makes everybody's learning more exciting. All right. Again, you're going to answer that. Number 3, so on, 4, so on, and 5. All right. Have all of your explanations there. Click submit. All right. I'm obviously not going to do that because it is incomplete at this point. So again, this is our focus for reading today. Pay attention to the details and enjoy the story.